The events in this video are fictional as the characters portrayed within. Any similarities to anyone living or dead are merely coincidental and have been created at random by XCOM's name generator. Seriously. Welcome back one and all to XCOM EW Long War II and Part 7 Red Scepter, and this time recorded live in front of a living room audience.
Council intel indicates the aliens are charging a plasma bomb of some kind. We need to locate and disarm that weapon before they're able to finish priming it.
Our sensor readings indicate that the device is some sort of priming mechanism. Disabling this power node should give you more time to find and disarm the explosive.
So here we find ourselves on our first Council mission, and with my first fully multicolored team of... So let's see if we can avoid a complete team wipe on my 7th mission. Now bear in mind this is a Council mission, so there won't be any meld, which means there's no need to even look for it. But this is the train yard, and that means there are 6 alleys to fight in. I'm going to try avoid explaining how painful bomb missions are for your first Council mission, and we'll go straight into having a look at our troops. We've got Denzel Washington as our infantry, with a scope and extended mags, Bruce Lee with double AP and HE grenades, Paul Newman with ceramic plating and a medkit to make sure he's always in full life, Julia Roberts with 2 rockets and a laser sight, Christian Bale with a collection of medkits and a flashbang, and Johnny Cash with a flashbang and a laser sight. Right, so I'm currently using Beta 9. Beta 7's the one we're interested in most, as that's the one that was fully packed with features, including the ability for classes such as a scout and the medic to be carrying shotguns. And if I'd started this mission on Beta 7, I would have given Paul Newman here a shotgun, but I didn't, so what can you do? Other things that are new are the fact that enemies now spawn completely randomly. Before they would spawn in a limited number of locations at random, but now thanks to the addition of XMarksTheSpot's random pod placement, enemies can now spawn entirely at random. So in theory there could actually be a pack of sectoids right on this roof. Which leads me nicely into my last topic before we begin. Enemy composition and numbers. Now I just played a Council mission in the first month offline, and although it was a VIP escort, the enemy consisted of 1 pack of 3, 2 packs of 2, and a single enemy on his own, as well as 3 paratroopers on the way back. So what am I going to expect here? Let's say 3 packs of 3 with 3 drop down surprises. So who exactly can we expect to meet here? Of course we have the usual, sectoids and drones, with their regular and leader counterparts, and of course we have our new special guests, again with their regular and leader counterparts. So with that out of the way, I think it's time we finally begin. So this is a bomb mission, which means we need to pick up these nodes as quickly as we can, allowing us as much time as possible to reach the bomb, which looks like is right here. Usually I'd be very careful by moving through concealment and avoiding triggering more than 1 pack at a time, but as this is a bomb mission, we don't have that luxury. So without further ado, it's time to see what's out there. Julia Roberts, lead the way.
Heading to that location. Enemy
That
troop!
alien is unusually human in its appearance. I'd recommend capturing it for further analysis.
Yeah, I think we'll stick to killing it first, Valen. So here we have our run-of-the-mill Thin Man, coming as fully packed with abilities as he did in vanilla, with his drastically increased accuracy, damage, movement range, the ability to jump vertically any height onto high ledges, and of course his unique characteristic, the Poison Spit, which in this case is now Acid, since Beta 7. So how can we take him out this turn? Because I don't want to give him the opportunity to try anything nasty. Roberts has got a shot, although not particularly a good one, with 42%, and Bruce Lee can no doubt get a grenade throw from here, but I want to be careful, as this Thin Man will easily be able to get a flank on him. But we'll deal with that when we get to it. If need be, somebody will have to go on Overwatch, so let's move Lee up.
I'm all over it.
And another new addition in Long War is that explosives now do damage based on how close the target is to the epicenter of the explosion. So no longer are you going to try fit as many aliens into a blast radius, because at this range you'll no doubt do 1 damage. There is still a random element, but it's minor at best. And as this is the closest shot he can make, let's see what he does.
Throwing grenade!
Right, 4 damage. So now we just need 1 hit. Let's see if our medic Christian Bale will get a shot.
Heading to that location.
Unfortunately not. Unfortunately for me, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to kill him this turn. So it's time for that backup plan. Washington dashes up to full cover. Newman dashes up to his full cover.
Already there.
Then Cash moves up to his.
Heading there now.
Of course, this means Roberts is going to have to go into Overwatch and take whatever comes her way. So Overwatch it is.
I'm on it. Come get some. Got it covered.
That must have been about a 50-50 shot. On 1 health, that guarantees we can kill him this turn, as if need be and all else fails, Lee can just use another grenade. So let's move Washington up. And unfortunately, doesn't even have a shot. I want to leave Roberts until last in case I need to use a rocket. So we'll have Bale move up, taking low cover.
Headed there now.
That's one of the power nodes we detected. Disabling it will slow the charging process of the alien weapon.
Yeah, thanks Shen. Let's extend the fuse of that bomb. And take a 43% shot.
It seems you've bought yourself some time, but you still have to wait. You know.
Nice kill. Great, so we didn't have to use Cash's run and gun, another grenade, or a rocket. So let's carry on our merry way, with Lee joining Washington, Cash dashing up to join him,
Moving to designated position.
and Newman dashing up between Lee and Washington.
Stepping off.
I don't want to push my luck any further, so we'll Overwatch.
Eyes on the prize.
As our Grenadier's the one with the most offensive capabilities, throwing grenades over cover, we'll have him take the next point, thus allowing him to still be useful if I trigger anyone by being able to throw grenades over his concealment.
Got it.
And one more turn to get to the bomb.
Good work.
Thank you, Shen. Next, I want to get Washington to a good position to fire, and this full cover will do that job, even if it does mean he could get flanked to the north. Again, we'll deal with it when we get to it. So Washington moves back a little. And still no contacts. That's fine by me. Bale makes his move to the next bomb power node,
I'm on it, Commander.
allowing Roberts the possibility of now moving to an indestructible full cover.
I'm on the move.
And not having triggered any enemies means that next turn Roberts will have a good shot of firing rockets down these lanes. But this is a bomb mission, which means we need to keep moving. So Cash keeps running,
Aye, aye.
and Newman
I'm
moves up a
rolling.
little. Now what you may not have noticed was startling those birds means that any nearby enemies on patrol may come to investigate, which is going to be handy for me if we catch them with an Overwatch. So let's see what comes our way. And still nothing yet, so Bale has to move up to the next point.
I'm on the move.
And there's our target. Lee can reach this power node. I'm pretty damn sure that in doing so, he's going to trigger a bunch of enemies. He still will have the possibility of moving back, but I prefer not to have to resort to that. But I can't see that many other options, and this being a bomb mission, I'm going to have to throw caution to the wind.
Solid copy.
Wow. Really? Where the hell are they all? Okay, let's keep moving then. Cash, have a peek around the corner. Right. Oh, right, I forgot. Lee, deactivate it. Newman, move up.
Headed there now.
And I think 2 power nodes in 1 turn will do. So everyone going to Overwatch. I can tell by the time it takes for the alien turn to end that there are aliens on the map. I'm just incredibly surprised we haven't run into any more yet. Let's have a look with Bale.
Okay.
Unbelievably nothing. And Newman?
I'm on it, Commander. Contact.
Here we go. That's about time, guys. So, 3 sectoids and one of them's a leader. Before we do anything else, let's get that bomb node. Well, considering what panic can do to a squad, and how a single soldier panicking can lead to an entire squad crying like a bunch of babies, I want to move Bale out of sight to make sure he doesn't get panicked, from either mind fray, side panic, or even just being hit.
I'm on the move.
And next Roberts moves back behind these boxes into full cover,
Headed there now.
and although she can't step out to the left to fire, it should at least protect her from any kind of retaliation. Now, I don't want Lee to go into Overwatch, considering he's got such bad aim, so I'm going to have him move up, pick up this power node,
Moving out.
and then dashing back.
That's another power node down.
Next we move Washington into Robert's soul to full cover. We run Cash back into concealment next to Lee.
Hauling ass. Eyes on target.
Oh crap. So 2 more little guys. And have Newman dash back as well.
On my way.
So that Washington and Roberts can go into Overwatch.
I'm on it.
Go on then, Roberts. 52% Overwatch. No? Well, never mind.
The target.
Come on, Washington. 68%. Dead on. So 1 sectoid moved in a failed attempt at mine fray, which means 4 other potential overwatches. That's going to make things difficult to advance. And unfortunately, because I was short on inventory space, no one's got a battle scanner. But look what I've found. Since Beta 7, they've re-implemented the ability for sectoids to mine merge each other. And that allows me to see these 2 guys right here. Unfortunately, the other 2 aren't so stupid. Well, at least that means there can only be a maximum of 3 overwatches. First, let's see what Washington can do with 2 43% shots. Alright, let's try that again. Lovely work. And new in Long War, what you saw there was a damage indicator and a damage reduction indicator, which, as you'd imagine, one shows how much damage the shot did, and the other one shows how much damage was reduced from either cover or armor. Now it's time to see what we can do on our left, but first a quick note on lightning reflexes. Long War has modified it so the first shot is 9% less accurate and all subsequent shots 70% less accurate, so putting Newman's ability to good use, we'll have him take a peek.
I'm on the move.
And oddly enough, nothing. Now I really need Newman to break this Overwatch and move here. It may only be half cover, but this is a bomb mission and I have to have people keep moving.
I'm on the move.
And that didn't trigger Overwatch. That's really unfortunate. I really don't have a choice. I have to have Cash keep moving up. So Overwatch or no Overwatch, here goes nothing.
Rolling out.
Ah, interesting. I guess this guy can't step to the right to shoot. And with my hand being forced and having Newman in such a bad position, I might as well move Lee up
On my way.
so we can go into Overwatch, even if he doesn't have great aim. And like Newman before him, Bale's gonna have to be reckless as well, and move forwards and potentially trigger any Overwatches.
Moving out.
And nothing. So let's see what they throw at me.
I'm on it. Overwatch. Aye, aye. Taking fire over here.
Whew. Come on, Bale, 53%.
Oh, shot wide.
Don't panic, don't panic, don't panic! Oh, thank God. Excellent. No shots hit, no panic successful, and with 1 mine merge, that means there's only possibility of the last sectoid being an Overwatch. So let's start Washington. He only has 1 target, and he's going to have to reload anyway. So 43%, here we go. Wow, impressive. Alright, Washington, reload. Now, I know Cash can run and gun here. Get a flank on this sectoid. And even if Cash doesn't kill him, Lee can move up here and finish him off with a grenade, leaving Newman to go into Overwatch against this sectoid and pin him in position. Because in Long War, killing a mine merging sectoid no longer kills the mine mergee. They'll only take in damage, double the health bonus that they received. So if this guy received 1 health from the mine merge, then he'll receive 2 health in damage, leaving him on 3 after the additional health has been removed. And ignoring the fact there may be a sectoid in Overwatch, let's see what Cash can see before we run and gun.
Moving out.
Looks like you found the bomb. Get over there and deactivate it.
We have a new objective.
Yeah, I know, Shen. I know where it was. Cash can't move into the position behind cover, which now means if he's going to run and gun, he'll have to be here. but if he fails, that will leave him open to a flank. Well, after a bit of consideration, and the fact that Cash can't move here anymore, I don't want to risk putting Cash anywhere besides here. He still have a shot, although granted not a great one, but this sectoid won't be able to get a flank on him. So let's go with that.
Hunt him down. That's affirmative.
%. Do the work. Oh, lovely. And 2 damage on this guy. So let's see if Lee can put HE under his feet and finish the job.
Catch.
Wow. And apparently those boxes explode. I did not know that. Well, 2 down, 2 to go. Let's dash Newman up to get to the next power node.
Yes, sir.
And although this might be a reckless move, I want to bring Bale here to help resolve the situation with the last 2 sectoids, but unfortunately I may trigger an Overwatch. But this is of course a bomb mission. So...
Heading there now.
Oh, thank God. So let's put Bale and Roberts in Overwatch, and hope we catch this guy moving.
Right. I got my eyes on it.
Nice. 52%. Oh, never
Just
mind.
in sight.
Oh, it had to happen. Never mind, Roberts. Now, where is that last sectoid? I can have Bale get a very easy flank on that sectoid by moving here, because unfortunately, he can't stand here and step out to shoot, which seems a bit stupid. But we work with what we got. But moving here means that we're going to trigger any Overwatch from the last sectoid. Washington could take a couple more shots, or leave that as a last resort. As we all know, the safest way for Overwatch to be dealt with is going to be with Newman.
Aye, aye, Commander.
And he still can't see anything. Well, as a dash offers more defense than a standard move does, let's have Lee dash up and see if he can spot that last sectoid.
Moving out.
And still nothing. Alright then, let's move Newman up close to the bomb.
Okay. Enemy in sight.
Okay. I had a sneaky feeling there were 2 left. And that means Washington's going to have to take his shots. Oh, nicely done. Cash can switch to his pistol, because God knows a shotgun Overwatch won't do anything at this range. And the rest are going to Overwatch.
Come get some. Come get some.
Oh, thank God.
Commander, we're detecting an energy buildup in the area.
Oh, so here they are. And with them being out of range, and this guy having shot, means Bale can move up
Got it.
and take his flank. 81%. Make it happen.
Hostiles. Need a resupply.
Nice job. With only the last 2 sectoids alive, it's time to start making some dashes. Washington runs across the tracks. I have Newman take a couple of steps back
On my way.
to get the power node. Then have him retake his old position, because he's covered from both sides against these sectoids, and will be in range to take the bomb if all else fails.
On my way.
And I want Cash close by in case Newman panics and somebody has to deactivate the bomb.
10-4.
And funnily enough, Lee can move up to full
Heading
cover
there now.
and be in range for a grenade throw on both sectoids. So let's see how much damage you can do.
Going out.
Wow, just like that. And with that, that should be all our contacts down, so we can start moving forwards.
On the move.
Commander, that bomb is going to reach full power any minute now.
Yes, okay, Bradley, we're taking care of the problem. Washington takes the first power node, then reloads. Lee takes the next one,
I'm on it, Commander.
Well done. Node is deactivated.
Position confirmed.
Roberts moves up and reloads.
Good to go.
Cash moves up next to the bomb and reloads.
We're green to go.
Newman does the same.
Moving out.
And I prefer to have Roberts on full health for our last engagement. So I have Bale move closer
Roger that.
and reload his gun. Leaving the last power node for Lee
Affirmative.
next turn.
On Overwatch.
Eyes on the prize.
Ooh, that was an accident. Because there were no active enemies on the map, the enemy's turn was only a fraction of a second. And I might have accidentally pressed Overwatch on Lee again. Luckily, we've got 2 turns, and we've got 2 guys standing next to the bomb. I'll have Cash dash over to the last power node,
Solid copy, Commander.
while Roberts makes his way close to the bomb,
Heading to that location.
and Bell moves next
Got
to
it
him,
covered.
and then heals him.
Man up and get back out there.
So we have to prepare for what will probably be 3 thin men. And I'll likely take cover in these positions, here, 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 and here, which will provide full cover to any enemies that will appear south. Of course, any enemies dropping to the east, I'm going to have to improvise. And the same goes for any rooftop thin men. So let's start getting people into position.
Moving out. Aye, aye, Commander. Roger. I've got my eyes on it.
Detecting an energy buildup. That bomb is going to reach full power.
Affirmative. Let's do this. Moving to designated coordinates. Running. Eyes peeled, Commander. I'm on it.
Command, that bomb is going to reach full power any minute now.
So, here we go.
Now you just need to eliminate any remaining hostiles. You've got a wave of X-rays closing on your location.
Newman can move back. And our medic Bale drew the short straw, because he's going to have to make a dash. Which means he won't be in Overwatch when the thin men drop.
Stepping off.
So, time for Overwatch.
Got it covered. Scanning.
Alright, Robert, 76% close range Overwatch. This should be easy. How could you miss? Newman hit with the 46%.
Miss.
Right, so 3 thin men drops, and none killed by Overwatch. And our infantry can't even see any. What as Roberts and Newman are our only soldiers that can see this thin man, they're the ones that are going to have to shoot. But seeing as Newman's going to have to break Overwatch for the rest of our squad to get into position, that leaves Roberts with the task of killing the first thin man, with a close range 96-60. And let's see what Bale can do with the second thin man. 99% to hit, and 60 to crit. Oof, perfect. That now leaves Newman to trigger the Overwatch of the remaining thin man.
Heading there now. I'm all right.
And as he was the one that risked his life, I'll let him take the first shot. 66-60. You know what, Newman?
Enemy is still alive.
Don't even worry about it. We've still got Lee, Washington, and Cash. So let's run and gun Cash.
Set him up, knock him down. Yes, sir.
$94.70. Time to deal the damage.
Well done, Strike One. I'm reading zeros on the bomb's energy signature.
And just like that. Now you might all be wondering what the hell this was all about. Throughout the course of the mission, I kept hearing this noise. And over the ambience of the train yard, and the heartbeat noise of the bomb, I couldn't entirely work out what I was hearing, although it did distinctly sound like sectoids. And by sheer chance, on this mission complete screen, I heard it again. So it's something to bear in mind the next time you're on this map. Other than that, there was of course Lee's AP grenade that's worth mentioning.
Going out.
By blind luck, the grenade damage rolled high, dealing a massive 6 damage to the closest sectoid that was the mine merger, and another hefty 4 damage to the mine mergee. And as the first sectoid died, the feedback from the mine merge caused another 2 damage to the second sectoid. For a colossal total of 12 damage. So nearly...
perfect.
Nice work, team, no fatal mistakes. Let's get back to base.
An exemplary performance.
Excellent. Roberts, Washington and Bale have got promotions, so let's see what they are. First, Roberts, with covering fire, rapid reactions and heat warheads. Now, although Rocketeers usually have good aim, they carry rockets, which reduces their aim, which means covering fire and rapid reactions aren't exactly going to be the most effective for them, as covering fire allows Overwatch on targets that shoot, not just move, and even worse, rapid reactions allows a second Overwatch, assuming the first Overwatch hit. But heat warheads is where it's at. They'll drastically increase the damage of all rockets and grenades done to robots, so that's what it's going to be. Next we got Washington, who's got covering fire, executioner and steadfast. Now, although soldiers not panicking is great, I would really prefer not to pick it as a perk. And not to mention, steadfast doesn't actually stop Washington from panicking from things that happen to himself, as it only affects chain panic, essentially panicking from what happens to allies. Although I've heard steadfast does actually stop chain panic entirely. Still, I wouldn't pick it for an infantry. Execution is great, plus 10 aim and plus 10 critical hit chance on any enemy below 50% health, but with all the perks with an infantry lower down the tree, I'm going to go for covering fire, as it really works well with all the other Overwatch perks that the infantry can get. So covering fire it is. And lastly, Christian Bale. Again with our third possible covering fire, and our second possible steadfast, but I really want our medics to be utility troops, so it's got to be smoke grenades. And we get a few corpses and a bit of loot, as we only killed 2 sectoids using explosives. As long as the trains keep running and people's lives aren't interrupted, we can keep hysteria at a minimum. Excellent job, Commander. Well, thank you very much, Council. And thank you even more for your $253.
Remember, we will be watching.
I know, you're always watching, you dirty pervs. Right, so the first new addition from Long War. Yep, that's right, the soldier roster shows all of the raw stats of your troops. So no more sifting through one soldier at a time trying to see who's got the best aim and the best mobility. And at a glance you'll be able to see who shouldn't be allowed a gun at all. Like, for example, Joe Perry. And it looks like that council mission's finally given me enough to build a thermal generator. And lucky for me, because I won't be able to build any other facilities without it. And while we're here, let's get a couple more scopes, because they're so powerful. And it looks like because of the beta update, I've lost the extra ammo drum for my Shiv. My own fault for carrying on with the campaign from an earlier beta version, but I do want that extra Shiv ammo. And I'm a bit short on cash, so I'll sell a couple of sectoid corpses to whoever will take them. And I'll buy one of the new auto loaders, which is essentially the ammo drum for the Shiv, but also works for mechs. And nope, you did see that right, you can actually rebuild destroyed Shivs. So with nothing else to do, let's spin that wheel and see how upset the council is with us. Ooh, weapon fragments for money. 37 bucks is good value, but I don't know how desperate I'm going to be for weapon fragments. So, for now, we'll let that one slide. Okay, council, show me the money.
Incoming transmission.
We are extremely impressed, and that is not a statement this council makes lightly.
Thank you, fellas. We only let one UFO escape, and 492 bucks in the first month is good enough for me.
We will be in touch, Commander.
And with those dollars, we'll buy a few new green-faced rookies.
Contact detected.
And another new addition in Long War, the altitude indicator, which gives a hint as to the UFO's mission. And so far, I've seen low, high, and suborbital. Suborbital means it's probably after your satellites, low means it's likely going to land, and high, well, I don't really know what high means. Maybe they've just been smoking too many plants at the UFO landing sites. So this guy looks like it's probably going to land. But let's not take any chances, and we'll show him how the US deals with interstellar trespassers.
Bangs out.
2 hits. Come on, we just need 2 hits, Mango. Wow, he's really starting to rack up the kills. So first, some quick promotions. And to show off another new feature in Long War, rookies now have a 3rd class to choose from. And choosing it will pick randomly from one of the other 6 classes that you can't currently choose from, with the highest chance of picking the class you have the least amount of. It's an incredible addition in Long War that allows a second chance that that soldier will become the class that you want or need the most, but unfortunately doesn't go that well with the World Diversity second wave option, as the 58 aim Perry here could turn out to be a sniper. So with the worst aim, let's give him the biggest gun. Gunner it is. And with the heavies Julio Iglesias and Jane Fonda having mediocre aim, we'll leave them as they are. Next up, McQueen, who's got above average aim, and as we've only got 1 sniper and 2 scouts, Sniper it is. And lastly, Pacino, who's got just below average aim, but as we've got 2 infantry and 2 assaults, we might as well get another assault. So who's coming on the mission? Well, it's a UFO crash, so we're going to bring a sniper, and it might as well be the newly promoted McQueen, with a laser sight and for an hour only scope. Next up from our new promotions, Pacino, as his shotgun's going to help immensely against the pilot, but I'm going to give him a tac vest, increasing his mobility and decreasing his health, and to compensate for the health, ceramic plating, essentially spending an inventory slot for +2 mobility. And lastly, a flashbang. And the rest of the troops are going to be rookies. With Morris, who has bad aim, will have to make do with 5 health, as his inventory is full of grenades to make up for the fact that he's an unreliable shooter. Edwards with mediocre aim and health, carrying a flashbang and a HE. And then Redford and Davis, who have both got high aim, but low health. So they each get ceramic plating, and one gets a battle scanner, and the other one a medkit. And unfortunately, no room for a smoke grenade.
Touching down.
Get ready to deploy. Our target touched down inside a major urban center.
Well, Bradley, looks like your intel's right for once, but your pat on the back's gonna have to wait until next time, when the thin men bring their friends, and we kick some X-rays right in their demon bells. What was that noise? Hey, who's out there?
Well done, Strike One.
Yeah, top-notch intel like usual, Bradley. My god, there's still one out there.